This is Frankenstein, the Journal of Victor Frankenstein, Part 1. The eyelid lifted like wet leather. First one, then the other. Watery yellow, alive and aimless, found me in the dark and did not know what I was. A hand, my carefully stitched miracle, rose toward my face, fingers testing the air as if air could answer. Freeze this moment. We will return to it. We always do. Ingolstadt. The smell of godhood. The laboratory breathes against the windows. Chemicals, yes, but underneath the clean bite of ozone, something sweet and older, the note that lives where earth meets flesh. I have not slept in days. My hands shake, not from collapse, but from imminence. The tremor you feel when the lock is turning, and you are the one turning it. Years have burned down to this hour. Churchyards taught me more than lectures. The dissecting room became a library, grave robbers my quiet librarians. I selected pieces with an artist's piety, noble brow, strong humorous, tendons like harpstrings. If death is a disease, then let me be its antidote. Let me make a man beyond failure. It lies on the slab. 8 feet of intention, muscle knitted upon muscle, tendon taut where skill demanded. In candlelight, the skin looks wrong. Yellow, stretched too tightly over a map no body ever used. The lips are black, pulled back from teeth white as a lie. Lightning stitches the sky. Thunder shakes the university's bones. The heavens are a battery. I would be a fool not to plug in. Connections complete. Copper hums. I throw the switch. Power speaks without metaphor. The body arcs, back arched by borrowed fire. The stink of scorched meat weds the chemical air. Another surge, another, and then there it is. The slow, slick parting of an eyelid. The drag of a chest that has never risen before. A breath enters the room and does not leave. A finger curls, uncertain of ownership. A sound comes from a throat that has never been anyone's. Low, moist, not a word. Alive. I have broken the lock. I have opened the door no man returns from. He sits up newborn in a giant's angles. Feet touch stone. He stands. He fills the ceiling's idea of height and tips it. The eyes find mine. They do not bless me. They do not even accuse me. They know nothing. In that vacancy, my triumph empties out as if a hole has opened beneath it. The smell of grave soil clings under the new smell of life I have forced. Beauty assembled is not beauty alive. I see not a man, but a version. The version looks at his maker and reaches. His hand is enormous. The stitches contrast like black script against pale parchment. His mouth works around a sound that wants to be help, but does not know how. Something breaks inside me that should not break in a creator. Courage. I step back. Horror dilates in me until there is no place left for pride to stand. I turn. I run. Out through the door I never should have left ajar. Into rain that bites like rebuke. Through streets that do not know they are being fled through by a god who has just met his godhood and found it monstrous. I do not stop until an alley receives me like confession. I am sick in the straw. My hands have made a future that will walk without me. The first rule, learned too late. What you call a boundary will call you back through it. December, the fever that follows. Illness knows when to visit. It waits until guilt has warmed the bed. I have burned for weeks, head full of images I built with sober hands and now cannot bear even in delirium. Henry Clerval, dear Henry, decent enough to believe I'm simply overworked, has fed me soups, changed bandages I do not remember earning, and commanded me back into the country of the living. I have told him nothing. How would I say it? I made a man, and then I fled from him like a child. The dreams are not dreams. He moves through them with the same clumsy care I saw by candlelight, knocking against tables as if the world is hard where it never was before. I hear steps outside doors I have locked and steps outside doors I have not. A letter rides across the continent and finds me even in fever. My father's hand, Geneva's seal, words neat as grief can make them. William, our William, is dead, strangled on a path children used to chase the evening. The locket he wore, our mother's miniature, gone. The magistrates have their elegant theory, a servant. Justine Moritz, who was a daughter in everything but name, found with the locket, therefore the hand. It will hold up in court, because courts love a loop they can close. But I know the shape of a hand that likes shiny things. I know the curiosity of a mind that is a child's in a body built to grip. I know what I have made. It has learned one lesson from me perfectly. Abandonment. The first fruit of my rejection hangs heavy in Geneva. My creature's fingers around my brother's throat. My ambition biting where it cannot apologize. I am response. No, the sentence refuses to finish. It roars and stops and roars again. The second rule. If you create a thing and do not claim it, it will learn claim from your absence. I will go home. I will walk into the city that taught me gentleness and tell it what I have done. I will look for him where the trees meet the lake and the fog holds its own counsel. I will find the face I constructed and I will end it, if an end is a thing a maker is allowed to give. But a thought moves in me with its own will. Is he hunting my family? Or has he been hunting me all along and found the shortest way to announce it? Field notes from an unnatural birth. On beauty, symmetry made in parts is not beauty in motion. The living resists assembly. On smell, the dead keep their perfume even under lightning. If that fragrance enters a room with you, you have brought more than plans. On touch, a first reaching is always for the maker. If you mean to be God, withstand your own name in a newborn mouth. On flight, creation does not forgive your back. It memorizes it. On guilt, the mind will pretend fever to avoid a clear thought. Do not let it. On innocence, a giant with a child's mind will still be blamed. That does not mean he is harmless. On blame, courts will find the locket and never the hand. You, Victor, know the hand. Return to the eye. Remember the eyelid lifting, the hand rising, the sound that was almost a word. He reached for me. The first prayer any made thing makes is, "Tell me what I am." I turned and I ran. That unanswered prayer is now walking toward my house. I go to Geneva with letters in my pocket that say none of this and a face that says all of it. If these pages go farther than I do, let them serve as warning and as penance. I opened a door because I could. It has not closed behind me. Victor Frankenstein. Now I must beg you to subscribe quickly before my creation finds you.